If you're accused of a first-time DUI, you're probably wondering what's going to happen to you. I get that. And depending on the attorney you hire and the facts of your case, I'm predicting good things are going to happen for you. Your case can be dismissed. Your case can be reduced to something less than a DUI, like a reckless driving charge, for example. There are lots of good options. But we're going to ignore all that today because we just want to focus on some common penalties. We're going to discuss what we call first-time DUI minimum penalties. A lot of people get treated like this. And when I say minimum, I mean the judge cannot sentence you to anything lower than what I'm about to mention, unless your attorney works around the minimums. And we kind of do this all day, every day. A first-time DUI minimum requires 1 year of supervised probation. For those of you who haven't been on probation before, bless you. This means you're going to meet with a probation officer once a month. It means that the probation officer can randomly drug test you. And it means that probation can show up at your house unannounced. They kind of want to make sure you're living where you claim to live and make sure that you're not possessing drugs or doing things that you shouldn't be doing while you're on probation. Weed's a common violation in this scenario. So for those of you who smoke a lot of weed and you know who you are, I suggest you get a medical card if that's feasible. Save yourself a violation of probation. You get to smoke if you have a medical card while you're on probation. Now, in addition to the 1 year of probation, the judge must sentence you to attend the DUI school and any treatment they recommend. The school itself is going to be 12 hours of classes. That's it. But the treatment can run up to 26 weeks depending on your evaluation. And I think the treatment can sometimes be the true punishment here. Some clients will say, that's how they get you. All right, well, I hope your evaluation goes well. You'll also be required to attend a class called the Victim Awareness Panel. And, what discussion of DUI penalties is not going to be complete without a little talk about money. A first-time DUI carries a minimum of $500 fine or $1,000 fine minimum. There's court costs that are sometimes more than that. The real financial problems aren't what the judge imposes, but your insurance rates. That's a story for another day. Another part of what the judge must sentence you to is 50 hours of community service. And then there's the dreaded 10-day impound of your vehicle. So that car you were driving when you got the DUI has to be immobilized. And you can do this one of two ways. You can take it to a nasty tow lot and they'll hold it for 10 days, or some folks provide a mobilization service. They'll put a boot on your car while it's in your garage, and then 10 days later, they'll come take the boot off your car. It's a beautiful thing. Finally, every case has a minimum of a 6-month DL suspension, a minimum of a year suspension if you blew over a 1.5. And there are ways of getting your license back before the judge is in position of that, that sentence is up. But we don't have time for that. It kind of has to be worked out in advance, so your attorney will have to tell you about that. But it can be done even though the judge tells you your license is suspended. Yeah, we can work around that. And like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of this isn't going to apply to most of you or some of you, especially if you have an attorney. And so I know this sounds like a barber telling you that you need a haircut, but I do highly recommend you get yourself a good attorney on this. If your DUI happened to happen in my backyard, Orange, Seminole, or Osceola County, give us a call. Let's see if we can help you out. Thanks for watching and take care.